Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host GD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And if you want to become a member of the channel, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. As you saw by the title, Liam Bailey fuming after being substituted. We are going to discuss the reason for that and if it was deserved on his part. All right, and if his behavior was okay as well, because we have to look at all of those sides. And if you want to even stretch it, if this is the beginning of the end of Liam Bailey at Aston Villa, and if you want to choose that option, let me know where you think he should go to further his development. All right, so what we're going to focus on, what took place. So early on in this game, after Liverpool pretty much started blistering because they have something to prove. Remember, they should be running riot with Manchester United, but they have seems to be slipping up over the last few years. So early on in this one, Diego Costa got an injury in the 18th minute for Aston Villa after Liverpool started out brilliant with a wonderful volley goal and their pressure in Aston Villa. Look at the pressure of that caught Diego Costa. Remember, he had an ACL injury for the longest time, so you don't want to put so much pressure on him. So they had to be forced in a substitution, and obviously, you know, at the same time they don't have so much defensive solidity, so they decide that they're going to switch around things. So the cons of the cash might be going into a defensive role, and they're just going to go with Liam Bailey to add at least an output because they were struggling. And you have even Trent Alexander-Arnold acting like he's the prime Del Piero, pinging balls over the top. So it was definitely tough. So you wanted two speed merchant in DRB and Liam Bailey to see if you can create something right there. But anyways, little in this game, it continued off the same path, but Liam Bailey got an opportunity in front of goal, and he tried to go with one foot and then realized that it was too late. Then he tried to go with the other, and it was a big chance, but he never even kicked the ball. So it was not registered as a big chance. You had to be watching the game to realize what took place, but it was something of... Yeah, up to this point, I've watched it a few times, can't understand what took place. Then on the defensive side, he was dropping deep, but sometimes a little bit out too wide so people could play inside. So even though it was the Aston Villa team all over the place, he was one of the personnels you could say got caught out a few times. All right, but nevertheless, after that, coming out in the second half, showed a little bit better sides to themselves. They never got completely molded. So they came out in the second half, and Liam Bailey played a few minutes and then was substituted. All right. So I'm going to give you from Unai Emery's side. So Emery explained himself. All right. Because Liam Bailey got substituted in the 65th minute and walked straight down the tunnel, never took a seat on the bench, and he gave Unai Emery a death stare, and he looks like he was very much upset. That's why we said fuming. So the commentator picked it up and saying Liam Bailey looks not pleased, and you have to look at his season so far. First game against Newcastle, he was substituted off 45th minute. Last season, he was the most substituted player, period, and he was brought in to be one of the star players. So if he's getting this treatment, that's a different story for itself. But now Unai Emery comes in and he's playing better football, so you expect that this is the manager that Liam Bailey should be shining under. So him getting substituted over and over, it looks like he's getting offended, you know. He looks not so pleased. But anyways, this is what Unai Emery stated. Emery knew the game was over after Liverpool scored their third goal and opted to replace Liam Bailey on the 65th minute, despite the Jamaican international being subbed on earlier in the match to replace Carlos. Bailey didn't take a seat on the bench after being subbed and instead walked down the tunnel. It was a tactical decision, Emery said when asked why he subbed Bailey. He played 90 minutes on Thursday. He played more or less 45 minutes. I decided that the 3-0 that we need to continue being consistent and practice something. Playing with John McGinn and Musa Diaby like we did in the preseason. But after some injuries, we didn't do it again. I wanted as well to occupy inside within McGinn, with McGinn, and try to be more higher than Diaby. I was well trying to practice in the last 25 minutes with Tillemans and Zaniolo. We are now in the process of building a team after more injuries. All right. When we got last week a very good performance playing with Cash as a winger, today in the 15-20, we needed to change because of injury. So basically he's saying it was a tactical decision due to the fact that we trained a certain way and we wanted to play a certain way to nullify what Liverpool doing as well. And that's exactly what I saw. They were trying to stay as compact as possible because you can't have Liverpool in the middle spraying balls over the top. And once Liam Bailey came on, that kind of stopped. Obviously, he's still trying something to nullify it, but he kind of stopped. So I saw the reason for the substitution, to be honest, even earlier. But knowing that he's a star player, it would have been hard to just go out and do it like that. And obviously, with him missing the big chance and then missing the free kick as well, and he fought for the free kick, it might look a little bit worse in people's eyes. When he made the substitution. And maybe that's the reason why Liam Bailey walked off, because he thought that it's because of what he did on the field rather than a tactical sub. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right? Yes, I will come back with a longer version video later, and then we can talk about this matter further when you go and watch it a little bit more. Peace out. See you in the next one.